Hey y'all, it's Summer Moon Garden again, and I got some pretty things to show you. Obviously, today was garden budget payday, so I went a little crazy, and I got, how many hydrangeas? How many more? I got 6, 12. I think I got another like 14 or 15 hydrangeas. Yes, again, I said it before, I'm a little obsessed, but hey, I've got space back there, you guys. Like, remember when I planted all those hostas in the back by the fence? Well, there was like 100 hostas that I had to plant all around. And I thought, oh yeah, that'll cover the whole area. I don't really need to worry about putting anything else back there. Well, everything, has grown up this spring. And it's just like, oh man, hostas are great. I love them, but they're not, they're still young and they're not like a focal point piece yet. So I was like, man, there's so much good room back there for more hostas. So I decided I'm going to get some more. So here we've got, what is this? Let's Dance Blue Jangles. Is that how you say it? Yeah, Let's Dance Blue Jangles, which is beautiful. I got 3 of those, so I can make a nice little grouping of that. This variety only gets 1 to 2 feet tall and wide, so it actually stays pretty much on the small side. And I typically like to get hydrangeas that get really big. Oh, hey, kitty. Say hi to Princess. She's joining us today. What you see back there? You checking things out? I typically like to get hydrangeas that get a whole lot bigger than that, but there are some good spots for that size hydrangea. What is it, baby? Are you gonna join us too? All the kitties are just all over it today. Say hi. You guys are liking those hydrangeas, huh? Anyway, I got a few different varieties. Another one is called Let's Dance Can Do, and this one's a mountain hydrangea. Really pretty. I love the shape of the mountain hydrangea blooms. They're very delicate and just, I like how it's got that inner petal on the inside of the bigger petal, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but anyway, the shape is very intricate and unusual, and it's different from like a traditional mop head. So I got 3 of those mountain hydrangeas to plant in a group, and then I got 6 more bloomstruck because I love the color of bloomstruck. There's something about purple that just, I love it. I love, love, love purple. So I decided to get some more of those. Usually the Endless Summer variety tends to go more blue when the soil's really acidic, which back by all of my trees, it is much more acidic because leaves have been falling there for years and years. But then let's see here. I also got this really big white wedding hydrangea. And I'm gonna put that in a sunnier spot. And then I've got Merit Supreme, if I can grab it without breaking anything. Look at this Merit Supreme. Isn't that pretty? Let's see if I can get a better angle here. Really love how big those petals are. It's very pretty. And so I got 3 of these, and I'm gonna put these out in the garden. Merit Supreme is actually used as a florist hydrangea. You can sometimes find them in the grocery store. These are a lot bigger than what you would find at a grocery store. But they typically sell them that way, where you can keep them inside and enjoy them indoors. But where I live in Zone 7, you can totally plant these out in the garden and they'll do great. But this is the first time I've ever put a Merit Supreme in my garden, which is kind of crazy to think about it. But I thought, you know what? If I'm gonna go all out on these hydrangeas and just, I need to have like as many varieties as possible to try and plant in there. So that's what I'm gonna do. So that's what we've got today. I think that's all the different varieties. There were a bunch more. They were at Lowe's, or no, sorry, at Home Depot. I went to 2 different places today to get these, both Lowe's and Home Depot. But at Home Depot in Alpharetta, they actually had more Dear Dolores hydrangeas, and I was so like tempted to get some more of those because those get really big, and I love the ones that get really big. But I was like, you know what, I probably should try some newer varieties in the garden too, because I've already got like 6 of the Dear Dolores. So, but then again, you know, when I get my next round of garden budget money, maybe I can just go back and get some more of those, because hopefully they'll be there, but hey, you just never know. But anyway, so I'm going to pull these all out and pop them around the garden back by the hostas, and I'll show you exactly where I end up putting them in just a few. Okay, so I'm thinking this is going to be a good spot for the blue jangles, which stays 1 to 2 feet wide and tall, right here next to the pathway that I've got back here. And I figured, you know what, those can stay close to the border because they stay small. So I think that'll be a good spot for this one right here. And here is some of the information on it, if you want to read through that. So yeah, and it, you know, it can go blue or pink depending on your soil pH. So I think we're going to start with that there, and I'm going to figure out where to put these mountain hydrangeas next. Okay, well that was somewhat easy. I just decided to put the Let's Dance Can Do basically right next to this group here. So, because this is a pretty bare spot. I've got some snowdrops in here that looked beautiful earlier this spring, but other than that, there's really nothing here. I could have swore that I had planted 3 of these Shadowland hostas here, but only 1 came up. I could have swore I did boom, 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 but they're not there. So I wonder if maybe some voles got to it or something. Yeah, so I don't know what the deal is. But anyway, usually voles don't eat hydrangea roots, so I think these will be set. Hey, kitty. Hi. Hi, baby. Hey, sweet girl. Anyway, so let me show you the tag for this hydrangea so you can see the specifications. Let's Dance Can Do. Yep, I can get this. I need to take it off, but there you go. So these get 3 to 4 feet tall and 3 feet wide. And here's all the info you need to know on these. Zones 5 through 9, which that's pretty good for a hydrangea. So look at how pretty those blooms are. They look like little stars. I absolutely love it. Oh, so pretty. I'm gonna have to go back and get some more of those because they're just awesome. So yeah, so I think that's gonna be a good start. And then there, look at all these weeds, y'all. Ooh, there's so many weeds in here. I need to get to it. But I feel like there's some not hydrangeas, some hostas that have not come up, or maybe they have. I just, you know, when you are planting roots, obviously, you know, they're not super big because they're little baby plants. So I think it'll help if I can come in here and plant some hydrangeas just to fill in a lot of the gaps. I think that'll help. So that's the plan. I'm gonna go get some more. I got 6 new bloomstruck hydrangeas, so I'm gonna come in here and just kind of scatter them about in here. Oh man, look at those Japanese maples right now. Wow, look at that color. Isn't that amazing? Oh, it's so pretty. This one too. These are the same variety, I believe. I think it's called Moonrise. It's a full moon maple. Yeah, the tag says Moonrise. I can barely read it, but it says it. Oh, so pretty. Pretty sure that's the same variety. They look about the same. Yeah. Gorgeous. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna come in here, pop in some more hydrangeas, and I'll show you where I decided to put them. All right, I got my bloom struck all positioned out where I think I like them to go. They're spread out nice in between the hostas, so I think that'll work. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot more hydrangeas in here now, that's for sure. Okay, now I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put the Merit Supreme. Let's figure that one out. All right, here is the last load. Look at those gorgeous things. Oh, so beautiful. You've got the right idea, kitty. Yeah, you found the nice shady cool spot. It's getting hot out here. I'm already sweating. Haven't even started digging yet. Yeah. Okay, White Wedding is gonna go right there. Right behind it is a native azalea. It's doing terribly. It is just, it's like hanging on by a thread, just not doing great. And I'm very impatient with certain spots in my garden, and this is one spot that I would like it to get filled out quick. So I'm gonna transplant the native azalea to another spot and cross my fingers and pray that it does better there. And I'm gonna go ahead and plant this one here, hoping that it does much better than the azalea. So that way, hopefully this will fill in nicely. That gets to be, that is a Cypress radicans. I think that's what it's called. That tree gets pretty big, but it doesn't receive full sun. So it'll be interesting to see how it does here. We'll just kind of see how it goes. But the, again, this White Wedding hydrangea should get about 6 feet tall and wide. So it's gonna fill in this spot really nicely. And then I've got a fragrant, I think that's called a fragrant bouquet, and it's it's a viburnum. So, and that one gets pretty big too. I've been trying to create a little bit more privacy because again, we can look right down at our neighbor's driveway. So I'm just trying to put bigger shrubs and plants and trees in here to create a screen. Hopefully this pair will do the trick this year. We've been in this house for 7 years. So far, everything that I've planted in this spot, it always dies on me. And I cannot figure out why. Knock on wood, it's not gonna happen with these. So, and I'm gonna water them religiously this summer to ensure that it is not a watering issue. Maybe that's why, you know, previous things didn't work out here. Maybe I just didn't water it enough because this part of our garden does not get any watering at all. So hopefully this will do the trick. Okay, I think that this is gonna be a good spot for the Merit Supreme hydrangeas. I've got them right behind my weeping willow that's back here. You can see there's a bunch of larkspur. I believe this is larkspur that has reseeded itself all over the place, which is like highly unusual. Usually larkspur is very hard to get going in my garden. And then there's also, I forget what that's called, but I mean, it's like about to bloom. Oops, let's see if this will focus. Come on, focus. Oh well, it just doesn't want to, camera doesn't want to cooperate right now. I forget what that's called, but I bought a bunch of seeds from Floret last year and planted these out in the garden. They hardly did anything. And they were listed as annuals, but they survived winter and now they're coming back with a bang. I mean, they are doing great in this area. So I'm just gonna leave this as is. It should do beautifully this summer. And then, you know, probably, it may or may not come back again next year. I don't know. But if it looks ratty, I might just end up pulling it up and maybe planting some lower growing hydrangeas in here, because right now I'm just in a hydrangea obsessed mood. So yeah. And you know what, who knows, maybe I'll just put some more Merit Supreme in the front and just make it one big gorgeous group of Merit Supreme. So we'll see. But I think this is a good start in filling out this bed and giving it just a little bit more depth and a little bit more beautiful things to look at, instead of it just all being hostas. And not that, you know, not all of it's hostas, obviously, because I've got things up front here, but mainly back right in there, it was all hostas. So I think this will just make it a little bit more appealing and make it a little bit more beautiful. So yeah, so that's the plan. I'm gonna get everything in the ground, and then I'll get you guys an after shot so you can see how it all ended up looking. And just a quick side note over here, look at all this Brunnera. Isn't that gorgeous? And I transplanted this Japanese maple over the winter here. This Japanese maple was actually by the pool by our walkway, and it kept growing into the walkway, and I kept having to cut it back, and I was like, oh my gosh, I hate cutting this thing back because it's supposed to grow and get big. So I finally moved it, and I think it looks really good here. It's a perfect spot for this. And here's some more woodland phlox. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of weeding that needs to be done in this bed. I mean, it's gonna take me a couple of days probably to get all this cleared out, but I'll get it done. It'll happen. It's gonna look great. So what is this pretty little thing down here? I don't remember planting this. What is that? That is so cool. Do y'all ever plant stuff sometimes and then you're like, I don't remember planting that? What? That is so pretty. Look at that. I'm gonna have to go back in my videos and see if I documented this. But that is so cool. Huh? That is so interesting. Okay. All right. Well, moving on. I still need to do a tour for you guys, don't I? But I'm gonna have to do that maybe later in the evening when it's not so hot. Ooh, it's getting hot now down here in the south. Woo! I think the high is supposed to be 80 today. So, all right, I'm gonna stop talking and get some work done. Okay, everything is planted and I am dripping in sweat. It is so hot out here. They're all really starting to wilt, so I'm gonna water real quick and then I'll show you the results. Okay, here we are. I'm still watering in a few things, but they're all on the ground. Merit Supreme, ooh, it needs water bad. But they're all in their places, and I think it's gonna turn out really nicely. They're just really small. You know, these were the smallest shrubs you could buy, which was more affordable, and I'd rather get smaller ones for less money so I can get more. So, because I got a lot of ground to cover. So, anyways, thanks for watching, y'all, and I'll post a full garden tour pretty soon. I'll probably work on that this weekend and have it posted by Monday next week. Hope y'all have a fantastic weekend and happy gardening. I just realized right here would be a really good spot for some more of those really tiny blue jangles hydrangeas. So I guess I know what I'll be getting next. I also forgot to show you, I planted another bloomstruck right here. So we kind of have a bit of a nice little hedge of hydrangeas here in front of this massive oak tree. Woo, that's a biggie.